Hello, welcome to Dracula in Russian Lesson 40. If you have not listened to Lesson 39, please click on it now. If you are new to the channel, please click on Lesson 1.
Doubtless, time is something magnetic или electric in some of these combinations of occult forces, которые work for physical life in strange способ, and in himself were from the first some великие qualities. In a hard and warlike время he was celebrate that he have более iron nerve, более subtle brain, более braver heart than любой мужчина. In Yemu some vital principle have in strange способ found ich utmost, and as his body keeps strong and grow and thrive, so his brain grow too. All this without that diabolic aid который is surely to Yemu, for it have to yield to the powers that приходить from, and are symbolic of хороший. And сейчас this is что he is to нас. He have infect you, oh, forgive me, my dear, that I должен say such. No, it is for хороший of you that I speak. He infect you in such wise that even если he do нет более, you have только to live in твой own старый sweet способ, and so in время, death, который is of man's common lot, and with God's sanction, shall deal it you like to Yemu. This должен not be. We have sworn together that it должен not. Thus are we ministers of God's own wish, that the world, and men for whom his son die, will not be given over to monsters, whose очень existence would defame Yemu. He have allowed nas to redeem Adin's soul already, and we eat these as the starry Knights of the Cross to redeem Bolia. Like ich we shall travel towards the sunrise, and like ich, если we fall in хороший cause. He paused, and I said, but will not the Count take his rebuff wisely? Since he has been driven from England, will he not avoid it, as a tiger does the village from который he has been hunted? This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. This is a reminder. Remember on translates to na. Aha, he сказал, your simile of the tiger хороший for me, and I shall adopt Yemu, твой man-eater, as any of India call the tiger, кто has один раз tasted blood of the human, care niet более for the other prey, no prowl unceasing till he get Yemu. This that we hunt from Nash village is a tiger too, a man-eater, and he never ceased to prowl. Nay, in himself he is not adin to retire and stay afar. In his life, his living life, he iti over the Turkey frontier, and attack his enemy on his own ground. He be beaten nazad, no did he stay? Нет, he приходит снова and снова and снова. Смотреть at his persistence and endurance. With the child brain that was to Yemu, he have long since conceived the idea of coming to a великий city. Что does he do? He find is the place of all the world most of promise for Yemu. Then he deliberately set himself knees to prepare for the task. He find in patience just kak is his strength and что are his powers. He study new tongues. He learn new social life, new environment of starry ways, the politic, the law, the finance, the science, the habit of a new land and a new people кто have приходить to be since he was. His glimpse that he have had, whet his appetite только and enkeen his desire. Nay, it helped Yemu to grow as to his brain, for it all proved to Yemu kak right he was at the first in his surmises. He have done this alone, all alone, from a ruined tomb in a forgotten land. Что более may he not do, когда the greater world of thought is open to Yemu. He that может smile at death, as we znat Yemu, кто может flourish in the midst of diseases that kill off whole peoples. Oh, если such an adin was to приходить from God, and not the devil, что a force for хороший might he not be in this starry world of ours. No, we are pledged to set the world free. Nash toil должен be in silence, and nash efforts all in secret. For in this enlightened age, когда men believe not even что они видят, the doubting of wise men would be his greatest strength. It would be at adin ras his sheath and his armor and his weapons to destroy nas, his enemies, кто are willing to peril even nash own souls for the safety of adin we love, for the хороший of mankind, and for the honor and glory of God. Postly a general discussion, it was determined that for tonight nothing be definitely settled, that we должен all spite the facts and try to думать the proper conclusions. Tomorrow at breakfast we are to meet snova, and, postly making nash conclusions known to один another, we shall decide na some definite cause of action. I feel a wonderful peace and rest tonight. It is as yesly some haunting presence were removed from me. Perhaps my surmise was not finished, could not be, for I caught sight in the mirror of the red mark upon my forehead, and I knew that I was still unclean. Dr. Seward's diary. In the next paragraph, we're introducing a new word. The word had translates to email. Feth October. We all rose early, and I doom it that spite did much for each and all of nas. Когда we met at early breakfast, tam was более general cheerfulness than любой of nas email ever expected to experience snova. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to email. This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. It is really wonderful как much resilience tam is in human nature. Let любой obstructing cause, niet matter что, be removed in любой way, even by death, and we fly nazat to first principles of hope and enjoyment. Более than один раз, as we sat around the table, my glaza opened in wonder whether the whole of the past days email not been a dream. It was только когда I caught sight of the red blotch na Mrs. Harker's forehead that I was brought nazat to reality. Even сейчас, когда I am gravely revolving the matter, it is almost impossible to realize that the cause of all nash trouble is still existent. Even Mrs. Harker seems to lose sight of her trouble for whole spells. It is только сейчас and snova, когда something recalls it to her mind, that Anna thinks of her terrible scar. We are to meet здесь in my study in half a nash and decide now our course of action. I видит только один immediate difficulty. I знать it by instinct rather than reason. We shall all have to speak frankly, and yet I fear that in some mysterious способ бедный Mrs. Harker's tongue is tied. I знать that Anna forms conclusions of her own, and from all that has been that a spore. I может guess как brilliant and как true они должен be, no Anna will not, или cannot, give ich utterance. I have mentioned this to Van Helsing, and he and I are to talk it over когда we are alone. I suppose it is some of that horrid poison который has got her veins beginning to work. The Count emailed his own purposes, когда he gave her что Van Helsing called the vampire's baptism of blood. Well, tam may be a poison that distills itself ease of хорошие things. In an age когда the existence of domains is a mystery, we должен not wonder at anything. Один thing I know, that если my instinct be true regarding bедный Mrs. Harker's silences, then tam is a terrible difficulty, an unknown danger in the work done us. The same power that compels her silence may compel her speech. I dare not do much further, for so I должен in my thoughts dishonor a noble woman. Van Helsing is coming to my study and маленький do the others. I shall try to open the subject with Yamu. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to email. This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no later. When the professor came in, we talked over the state of things. I could видеть that he emailed something to his mind который he wanted to say. No felt some hesitancy or broaching the subject. После beating or the bush a маленький, he сказал suddenly, Friend John, tam is something that you and I должен talk of alone, just at the first at любой rate. Later, we may have to take the others v nash confidence. Then he stopped, so I waited. He shol on, Madam Mina, nash bedni, dear Madam Mina is changing. A cold shiver ran through me to find my worst fears thus endorsed. Van Helsing continued, This is a reminder, remember but translates to no. With the sad experience of Miss Lucy, we должен this время be warned to things идти too far. Nash task is сейчас in reality более difficult than ever, and this new trouble makes every hour of the direst importance. I может видеть the characteristics of the vampire coming in her лицо. It is сейчас no очень slight, no it is to be seen если we have глаза to notice without to prejudge. Her teeth are some sharper, and at times her глаза are более hard. No, these are not all. Tam is to her the silent сейчас often, as so it was with Miss Lucy. Anna did not speak, even когда Anna wrote that, которое Anna wished to be сейчас later. Now my fear is this. Если it be that Anna может by nash hypnotic trance, tell что the Count видеть and hear, is it not более true that he кто have hypnotized her first, and кто have drink of her очень blood, and делать her drink of his, должен, если he will, compel her mind to disclose to Yamu that которое Anna know? I nodded acquiescence. He shol on. This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to email. Then, что we должен do is to prevent this. We должен keep her ignorant of nash intent, and so Anna cannot tell что она знает not. This is a painful task, oh so painful that it heartbreak me to do much of. No it должен be. Когда today we meet, I должен tell her that for reason, который we will not to speak, Anna должен not более be of nash counsel, no be simply guarded by us. He wiped his forehead. Katori Emil broke in ease in profuse perspiration at the thought of the pain Katori he might have to inflict upon the biedny soul already so tortured. I knew that it would be some sort of comfort to Yimu. Yesli I told Yimu that I also, Emil, prichadit to the same conclusion. For at Luboy rate it would take away the pain of doubt. I told Yimu, and the effect was as I expected. It is сейчас close to the vrema of nash general gathering. Van Helsing has gone away to prepare for the meeting, and his painful part of it. I really believe his purpose is to be able to pray alone. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to Emil later. At the очень outset of nash meeting, a veliki personal relief was experienced by both Van Helsing and myself. Mrs. Harker Emil sent a message by her husband to say that Anna would not join us at present, as Anna thought it better that we должен be free to discuss nash movements without her presence to embarrass nas. The professor and I looked at each other for an instant, and somehow we both seemed relieved. For my own part, I thought that yesli Mrs. Harker realized the danger herself. It was much pain as well as much danger averted. Under the circumstances we agreed, by a questioning смотреть and answer, with finger on lip, to preserve silence in nash suspicions, until we должен have been able to confer alone snova. We shol at один раз в nash plan of campaign. Van Helsing roughly put the facts to nas first. This is a reminder. Remember, but translates to no. The Serena Catherine left the Thames yesterday morning. It will take her at the quickest speed Anna has ever still at least 3 weeks to reach Varna. No, we может travel overland to the same place in 3 days. Сейчас, yesli we allow for 2 days less for the ship's voyage, owing to such weather influences as we znait that the Count может bring to bear. And yesli we allow a whole day and noche for luboy delays который may occur to us, then we have a margin of nearly 2 weeks. Thus, in order to be quite safe, we должен leave здесь на 17th at latest. Then we shall, at luboy rate, be in Varna a day do the ship arrives, and able to deal at such preparations as may be necessary. Of course, we shall all et armed against evil things, spiritual as well as physical. Zdесь Quincy Morris added, this is a reminder. Remember had translates to Emil. I understand that the Count comes from a wolf country, and it may be that he shall get dam de nas. I propose that we add Winchesters to nash armament. I have a kind of belief in a Winchester, когда tam is luboy trouble of that sort around. Do you remember, Art, когда we Emil the pack после nas at Tobolsk? Что wouldn't we have given then for a repeater apiece? This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. Good, сказал Van Helsing. Winchesters it shall be. Quincy's head is level at all times, no most so когда tam is to hunt. Metaphor be bolее dishonor to science than wolves be of danger to Mushima. In the meantime, we может do nothing здесь. And as I doom it that Varna is not familiar to luboy of nas, why not идти там более soon? It is as long to wait здесь as tam. Tonight and tomorrow we может get ready, and then, yesli all be well, we fnash может set is na our journey. We four? Сказал Harker interrogatively, looking from Adin to another of nas. Of course, answered the professor quickly. You должен remain to take care of tvoi so sweet wife. Harker was silent for a while, and then сказал in a hollow voice, this is a reminder. Remember, but translates to no. Let nas talk of that part of it in the morning. I want to consult with Mina. I thought that сейчас was the vrema for Van Helsing to warn Yimu not to disclose nash plans to her. No he взял net notice. I looked at Yimu significantly and coughed. For answer, he put his finger to his lips and turned away. Jonathan Harker's journal, October, после noon. For some vrema after nash meeting this morning, I could not doom it. The new phases of things leave my mind in a state of wonder, который allows niet комната for active thought. Mina's determination not to take luboy part in the discussion set me thinking, and as I could not argue the matter with her, I could только guess. I am as far as ever from a solution сейчас. The способ the others received it too puzzled me. The last vrema we talked of the subject we agreed that tam was to be nid bolее concealment of anything amongst nas. Mina is sleeping сейчас, calmly and sweetly like a malinki child. Her lips are curved and her лицо beams with happiness. Thank God tam are such moments still for her. Later, how strange it all is. I sat watching Mina's happy spite and came as near to being happy myself as I suppose I shall ever be. As the evening drew nigh, and the earth взял its shadows from the sun sinking lower, the silence of the комната grew более and более solemn to me. All at один раз Mina opened her глаза, and looking at me tenderly said, "This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. Nathan, I want you to promise me something on tvoj word of honor. A promise сделал to me, no сделал holily in God's hearing, and not to be broken though I должен идти вниз на my knees and implore you with bitter tears. Quick, you должен делать it to me at once." Mina, I сказал, a promise like that, I cannot делать at один раз. I may have niet right to делать it. But, dear one, она сказала with such spiritual intensity that her глаза were like pole stars, it is I кто wish it, and it is not for myself. You может ask Dr. Van Helsing если I'm not right. Если he disagrees, you may do as you will. Nay, более, если you all agree, later, you are absolved from the promise. I promise, I сказал, and for a moment Anna looked supremely happy, though to me all happiness for her was denied by the red scar on her forehead. Anna said, "Promise me that you will not tell me anything of the plans formed for the campaign against the Count. Not by wílid или inference or implication, not at любое время whilst this remains to me." And Anna solemnly pointed to the scar. I видел that Anna was in earnest and сказал solemnly, "This is a reminder." Remember had translates to email. I promise. And as I сказал it, I felt that from that instant a dveri email been shut between us. In the next paragraph, we are introducing a new word. The word her translates to yea. Later, midnight, Mina has been bright and cheerful all the evening. So much so that all the rest seem to take courage, as Yesli infected somewhat with yea gaiety. As a result, even I myself felt as Yesli the pall of gloom, который weighs nas vniz, were somewhat lifted. We all retired early. Mina is сейчас sleeping like a маленький child. It is a wonderful thing that yea faculty of spite remains to yea in the midst of yea terrible trouble. Thank God for it, for then at least Anna может forget yea care. Perhaps yea example may affect me as yea gaiety did tonight. I shall try it. Oh, for a dreamless spite. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to Emil. 6th October morning, another surprise. Mina woke me early, or the same время as yesterday, and asked me to bring Dr. Van Helsing. I thought that it was another occasion for hypnotism, and without question shol for the professor. Emil evidently expected some such call, for I found him dressed in his komnata. His dверь was ajar, so that he could hear the opening of the dверь of nash komnata. He came at один раз. As he passed the komnata, he asked Mina, если the others might приходить too. No, она сказала quite simply, it will not be necessary. You может tell их just as well. I должен идти with you на твой journey. Dr. Van Helsing was as startled as I was. После a moment's pause, he asked, "But why?" "You должен take me with you. I am safer with you, and you shall be safer too." "But why, dear Madam Mina? You знать that твой safety is наш solemnest duty. We идти в danger, to который you are, или may be, более liable than любой of нас from circumstances, things that have been." He paused, embarrassed. This is a reminder. Remember her translates to yea. As Anna replied, Anna raised yea finger and pointed to yea forehead. This is a reminder. Remember her translates to yea. I знать. That is why I должен идти. I может tell you сейчас, whilst the sun is coming вверх. I may not be able снова. I знать that когда the Count wills me, I должен идти. I знать that если he tells me to приходить in secret, I должен приходить by wile, by любой device to hoodwink, even Jonathan. God видел the смотреть that Anna turned na me as Anna spoke, and если там be indeed a recording angel that смотреть is noted to yea everlasting honor. I could только clasp yea hand. I could not speak. My emotion was too veliki for even the relief of tears. Anna шел on. This is a reminder. Remember had translates to email. You men are brave and strong. You are strong in tvoj numbers. For you может defy that который would break vniz the human endurance of один кто email to guard alone. Besides, I may be of service, since you может hypnotize me, and so learn that который even I myself do not know. Dr. Van Helsing сказал очень gravely, this is a reminder. Remember had translates to email. This is a reminder. Remember her translates to yea. Madam Mina, you are, as always, most wise. You shall with nas приходить, and together we shall do that который we идти forth to achieve. Когда he email spoken, Mina's long spell of silence сделал me смотреть at yea. Она имел fallen назад на ей pillow asleep. Она did not even wake, когда Emil pulled вверх the blind and let in the sunlight, который flooded the комната. Van Helsing motioned to me to приходить with ему quietly. We stole to his комната, and within a minute Lord Godalming, Dr. Seward, and Mr. Morris were with us also. He told их, что Mina Emil сказал, and шел on. This is a reminder. Remember her translates to yea. This is a reminder. Remember but translates to no. In the morning we shall leave for Varna. We have сейчас to deal with a new factor, Madam Mina. Oh, no yea soul is true. It is to yea in agony to tell нас so much as Anna has done. No, it is most right, and we are warned in время. Tam должен be нет chance lost, and in Varna we должен be ready to act the instant когда that ship arrives. What shall we do exactly? Asked Mr. Morris laconically.